We've talked before about how to boost your YouTube views, and in this episode we talk about how not to boost your YouTube views, or things to do that you shouldn't not do in order to not...
Shouldn't not do.
Double, triple negatives, never do those.
These things will actually hurt you if you do them, and a lot of people are trying them.
Well, this is an odd topic. Are you saying how not to promote, how not to post, how not to boost your views, meaning there's bad ways of doing that?
Now, there's actually ways that many people use and try to promote their YouTube videos that I would recommend. Don't waste your time. It can cause more harm than good.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just going to stop with don't waste your time and or resources, but you're saying it actually tips on the wrong side of the balance. It's harmful. How? In what way? Talk to me.
Well, the first example I want to give is Fiverr, and that...
what is Fiverr?
I'll show you what
Fiverr
that is.
with 2 R's. Fiverr.
Yeah, so you know what it is.
No. I saw the word when you were typing it up there.
Get the laptop ready.
Fiverr. I have no idea what it is. I'm you in this scenario if you don't know anything.
Let me just jump into that now. So
jump away.
Okay, so
swing away, Nate.
This website is called Fiverr.com. And watch this. Fiverr is where you can hire people to do tasks for you and pay $5 for a gig. So anywhere in the globe, there's people saying, hey, I will play a piano part on a beautiful real Yamaha Grand, and they're charging $35. I guess Fiverr's changed because now
it's multiples of 5.
They used to not have this. They used to have to at least offer 1 gig for $5, and then you could offer upgrades, but now it looks like they've modified it. So that's cool.
Unbelievable. So you're going here, by the way, just for those of you that are maybe tuning in late, the question is how not to boost your YouTube videos, and you're taking Fiverr.
I'm not saying this is a bad website. This is a pretty cool website for projects to hire out.
It seems very cool.
But you might think, what if I want to hire people here to promote a YouTube video?
Australian voiceover.
Yeah, This would be a good place for that.
Yeah.
So if I do a search here for YouTube video promotion, let's see what comes up. Let's look at these. How do I sort them by $5? Here's a price range. I just want to find that. We'll say $0 to even $15 price range. So we're not seeing the. Okay. This person says, I will do organic YouTube video promotion. Ooh, organic. That sounds good.
Healthy.
I will be your YouTube video promotion expert. I will do viral video YouTube promotion and marketing. I will do massive YouTube video promotion. Okay.
Wow.
You do not want to do these.
I can't imagine. It's such a big promise to deliver for $10.
So here's what you'll get. You will get results in the form of numbers.
Like somebody sitting there and just playing your video over and over and over again or whatever, just to build the numbers.
It's a bot. It's a computer, or if it is a real person, it's not a person that's really part of your audience. It's not a real person who's interested in your content. This is what they do as a job.
Now,
if it is a person, but usually
why would that be bad? Does YouTube, can they detect that or something? In the
past, no. It was just, if a video gets 1,000 views in the first hour, then this is a good video.
Right. Yes.
But now YouTube is really good, and they've been good at this for a long time. It just gets better and better. But YouTube can tell if it's a real person because that person has an account. And has this person ever watched a video on makeup tutorials before, and now all of a sudden it's their favorite video? Or, and they're commenting. Do they they know if it's a real person.
Yeah.
And they know what the average user activity is on a channel. And so if they see something abnormal, it's just really easy for YouTube to tell. So not only will it not really work and bring in real people, but it will hurt your channel. YouTube will just basically shut down that video because they know that you're
trying to take them.
Yeah. It's a scam. It's spam.
Ooh, wow, ugly word. Scam and spam. So Fiverr sucks.
Yeah. So Fiverr is actually awesome. Fiverr, if you want to sponsor me, I'll do a better video about Fiverr. Fiverr is a really good tool, but do not use these.
So here would be the question. Then maybe the natural question is: these are $5 and $10 gigs, blah blah blah. But even the more expensive ones to boost people that are saying, "Look, I legitimately will do this, but it's going to cost you $1,000." Still, be very careful. That's probably not a good idea.
You got to be really leery because you want real traffic. I mean, here's something that would be great. Let's say Will Smith. Okay, he's got a following on all the different social media platforms, and if I were to pay him to then promote one of my videos naturally to his network. And he'd say, hey, you got to check out Nate's video.
Right, yes.
That would be amazing.
Amazing.
And a lot of the gigs on Fiverr will say, hey, I've got a Twitter following, and I'll tweet it out. But I want to be really leery. They can say anything, and then they can just have their bot go in and do bot stuff on Twitter, and it's not real people. So
yeah.
If you can really get organic, like this person says, I will do organic YouTube video promotion. The word organic is really what you want. You want natural, but I would just
still be
stay away
wary
from
of that
these.
one, yeah.
Because the YouTube algorithm, if it senses any of this scammy or spammy stuff going on, it will shut down your channel.
Yeah. And the fact that these people actually have robots, I mean, that in and of itself is suspect.
So we'll move on from Fiverr, but the moral of the story is there. You don't want to go after any of the spammy tactics to get traffic to your YouTube videos.
Makes sense.
Okay, here's what else not to do. Don't use other social media sites that are mature to promote your YouTube videos. And when I said the word mature, you're like, what does that mean? So it used to be...
Well, no, it's not that I don't know what it means. I'm trying to understand it in the context.
He didn't know what it meant.
Just go.
So Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook, we'll say 5 years ago, I'm just throwing an arbitrary number out there, but 5 or so years ago out there, you could post a YouTube video on Facebook, and it would do well to promote your YouTube video.
Right.
If you do that now, one, it doesn't work because Facebook will not send visitors to your YouTube videos. If they watch a YouTube video on Facebook, the views don't count. Somehow Facebook's figured that out. But YouTube and Facebook are enemies.
Mortal enemies.
They really are.
Yes.
They're in combat with each other. If you post a YouTube video, a link to a YouTube video, and people are leaving to go to YouTube, Facebook doesn't like people to leave, and so it'll hide your posts from your future posts, that post and future posts. So don't do it. You'll get penalized on Facebook. I mean, if it did work and you got more views on YouTube, I guess that couldn't hurt to say, ooh, we're getting traffic from Facebook. Yeah. But it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I mean, but even if you get up, so let's say you get the max 5,000 friends on your account, and you're starting your channel with 10 subscribers or none or whatever, it just seems like a natural that somehow you've got to be able to leverage these 5,000 people. How is there a way to do that?
Well, if you're really building a following on Facebook or any social platform, they want real content that's meant for them. They don't want you to...
Yeah.
People that are there to enjoy a Facebook experience or watch a Facebook video don't want to have to say, oh, go over to YouTube to watch the full thing. So don't put any teaser videos. Hey, if you want the full video, go over here. Don't do that. So in your Facebook video, you could mention, yeah, and we do this on my YouTube channel as well. You just drop seeds to let people know that you have a YouTube channel so that if they want to go visit you on YouTube, now they know you have a YouTube following.
But you have to do that without putting the link to it, right? I mean,
yeah, and I would even go further to say that, yeah, obviously don't put links, but don't use Facebook to try and get traffic to YouTube. Don't use Instagram. I would say don't use Twitter. Twitter is kind of borderline. You can get away with it because, I don't know, I'm not a big... I have some friends that have hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter, and still the results from it's not worth my time.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's as much penalty on Twitter, but there doesn't seem to be as much of a benefit. So when I talked about mature, that's what I mean by Facebook. Facebook has now matured, where they've changed their algorithms to a point to where it hurts you, it can penalize you. There are sites that aren't as mature yet that I think you can get results from a site like Quora, where people are asking questions and you can go in there and answer the questions. If you post a YouTube video there, it does seem to send traffic to your videos, and that does seem to help.
But that probably will also mature over time.
I believe so.
Yeah.
LinkedIn I think is one of those mature sites.
They seem pretty rigid about what can and cannot be.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least from my experience.
So my recommendation is, if you're going to use Facebook, we'll just use that one first, create content that people enjoy and will want to watch on Facebook, and that will build a Facebook following. And what do you do from there? What do you do with that following? You send them to your website. Same thing on YouTube. You're going to send people on website. When you want them to go somewhere, you send them to your website or to that landing page where they get a free gift and they join your list. They give you their name and their email. If you're building a following on Instagram, send them to your website. Yeah,
makes sense.
Now YouTube's the same way. YouTube doesn't want people to leave and go to Facebook. So don't, maybe this should be common sense, but don't say, hey, go check out my Facebook page. You only want people to leave YouTube if it's really going to benefit you. I mean, you want to have a strong reason, because people leaving YouTube in the algorithm, you'll actually get a penalty if people leave YouTube to go somewhere else. However, if you have an approved website, so you have your landing page or your own website, and you get it approved in YouTube, the penalty is significantly reduced. So you're still penalized a little bit, but it's worth it because that person is now becoming a lead of yours. You're getting their name and their email address.
All right, how do you have an approved website though?
We'll make another video about that.
I thought we might.
You go in the settings, and there's a system you go through. There's some hoops you have to jump through to prove that you own that domain and that the website is legit. But once you do that, then it's approved, and you can send traffic there, and it's obviously worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Because once they're on your site, hey baby, game on.
So Scott, I could tell you learned some things in this video.
I'm always learning things, Nate. I'm an
That's
absolute.
why you're here.
Yeah, I'm a waif. I'm naive.
I don't even know what that word means, I'm learning something.
I'm an innocent. I don't think waif applies to me, but I learned
Be sure
everything.
to subscribe, like the video if you think it deserves a thumbs up, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I believe in honesty. Does that sound